What's up, Hornets? I'm Matthew, and welcome back to What's Buzzin'. Today, I'm joined by Mayla, Sadie, and Claire, and they are back from a week in the DR. Last week, Bishop Moore had their mission trip go over to the Dominican Republic, so these three all got to go on the trip, and I can imagine it was a great experience. So why don't each of you guys tell us how the trip went and give us a little bit of an itinerary on how it all went.
Okay, so it was from Saturday, November 16th to November 23rd, and we woke up super early. We got to the airport at like 3:30 a.m., and we had 2 flights, and then one to Santo Domingo, and then we had like a 4-hour car ride up the mountain, and then we taught the Dominican Republic kids English for 4 days, and then the last day we traveled back. So that was like the itinerary.
We basically taught 6 classes a day, so we'd have 4 sessions in the morning, each about like 45 minutes, and then 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, like after we're done teaching, we just play in like the village area, like the mission house, and just like play in the street with the kids, with the village kids that live there.
Okay. You guys said that this is in the mountains, right?
Yes.
So what part of the mountains and how was it like being up there?
So we were in a village called La Cucarita, and it was so beautiful up there. Yeah. Like the village is like so nice, and the mountains, the view is like always so beautiful.
And even like traveling up there, we were usually in the back of like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And you would like slide around in the back because you're just going up and down all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was so pretty. Like one day we went to watch the sunset, and it was like gorgeous. Yeah. We went all the way up to like the mountain, like the top of the mountain, and it was just so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was the school like over there?
The schools, all the kids had lots of just joy and like gratitude for us being there. They really were excited to learn English and like just be around us, hang out with us, learn from us, play with us, like everything.
Like even like the teachers, like at the beginning of like the day, they would say their Pledge of Allegiance and like sing a song, and the teachers would like join in, and they were so passionate about it. It's just so like refreshing seeing that, and like how like joyful they were to like teach them like just school.
Yeah, and even though like their classrooms aren't like the nicest and like it's just a tiny building, they're just like so happy to be there just to like learn, and it's just like so cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You said you taught them 6 classes a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what were some of the activities you did to teach them English or just hang around and play with them?
Okay, so there was like 4 of us in each group, and then we were like assigned a topic. So like me and Claire were in the same group, and we taught them like sports and games, but we taught them like body parts in English, and we played like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And we taught them like different sports like in English, and then like Sadie had animals.
Yeah, so we would teach them like vocab, just holding up different animals, and then like having them repeat it. And then we'd do a couple different games, and then we taught them like Old MacDonald a little bit.
Yeah, they loved songs. We
Yeah.
had like one faith lesson, so we taught them like Go Make a Difference and like Alleluia, and they're so smart. They're like just so happy to be there, so like they learned like right away, and like it was so cool.
Did you like to test them a little bit? Like were you more English, or did you speak a little Spanish to them?
So like I've been learning Spanish, like I'm taking Spanish right now, so like we would first like explain the directions in like English, in Spanish, but then like eventually we would like teach them the English words so that they could learn like even the directions in English, and like they caught on pretty quick, and like by the end of the week we would do it like in English.
And they were really into like all the competition games we did.
Yeah.
Like we would usually do like boys versus girls, and that's when they like really got into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you guys like just hang out with some of them, or did you guys have like certain kids that you guys hung out to or grew to have a liking with?
Yeah.
I think we certainly had like specific kids that we like
Connected
to, and like but honestly we played with everybody, and everybody was so welcome to like playing with us. They were just happy that we were there. So I think we just played with everybody.
Yeah, and I feel like the boys, they just like wanted to play sports,
Yeah.
which I loved, because the girls would want to like sit down and like we don't know
talk.
Spanish a lot, so it was good.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Do you guys have any specific kids you'd like to shout out on here?
Oh, I'll shout out some like Leonardo and Joe Kahn. Yeah. Jonathan.
Some of my favorite ones were Gadiel and Gentry, which is at the elementary school.
Yeah, some of my favorites, like I connected with the most, were Miguel and Albert.
Yeah.
Okay. What about these kids? What, apart from their happiness, what
Yeah.
like specific characteristics made them your favorites? Apparently.
Well, Miguel, he didn't go to any of the schools we taught at, which like most of the kids, all the ones we knew, they went to the schools that we taught at. He went to like a public school, which was like an hour and 30 minutes away. And he told me like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like how far do you walk to school? And he's like, oh, just like a little over an hour. And I was like, what? And they're like crazy hills he has to walk up to. And he said like sometimes like his teachers like don't show up. He's like, but today they did. And I just thought that like that made me so sad. Like he was just so happy for that like one teacher that showed up. Like even though sometimes they don't, he shows up every day and walks like an hour 30 just like for that education. And like I don't know, that just moved me.
Yeah. I'll talk about like Jonathan. He's this like little boy. He's so cute. And like we had this like deflated soccer ball and he was just like perfectly fine just playing with that, passing it back and forth, doing nothing special but just doing that.
Yeah.
Same with my kids. Like, they were just happy playing with me and just seeing me like every day at the end of the day. It was just like so joyful for them and for me too. It was just amazing.
Okay. So the Dominican Republic is obviously very different from Florida.
Yes.
So how did it feel like being there? Like, did it like change you as a person? And if so, well, how so?
Yeah.
I think definitely like we went to mass one day, like, and they don't have priests up there, so like we brought Father Adam with us, so like they were so excited to go to mass. So the one day we had mass, like I even saw like a 6-year-old or like 3-year-old just walking in like without parents. Like they were just so happy to like celebrate God and like know God. And I just like that like moved me because I feel like here we like take mass for granted, and then like I don't know, so them just like being so happy just to like celebrate God. So like when I came back, I just feel like I like wanted to appreciate things more. And then like the story about Miguel, like he has to walk so far for school. Like I just wake up every morning and I need to appreciate like the education we have. Like it's so nice. I don't know.
I think would you say what changed me?
Yeah, what
Okay.
changed you? Maybe share a story or two.
Okay. I think just like that perspective of life and like taking things more simplistically and like not focusing on the distractions of life and like just focusing on like the love for God, the love for ourselves, and that's what they do in the Dominican Republic, and like they're so happy with their lives and just like implementing that to our lives.
Yeah. We also don't have a phone up there.
Yeah.
So like there's like no distractions and like we're away from school, so it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know the time. We didn't
Yeah.
know anything.
Yeah.
Like,
every time we woke up I'm just like
Okay,
Time to wake up.
Yeah.
Going off like what they said, just like living more Christ-centered or like faith-centered life, because that's really all they have and the only thing they can really rely on. So if we make that more important in our own lives, so we can live like them.
Yeah, and I also noticed like they don't have like a chapel but they would just like pray on their own. So like I realized like at home, like I don't need a chapel to pray, or like I shouldn't just like pray at night. Like I should pray like anytime, like I don't know.
I think that's what we've all been doing
Yeah.
too. Like we've all been praying in like random like
Yeah.
times. It's like
Yeah.
you just keep praying. It's
Yeah.
It's hard when you come back and
Yeah.
like you come back to all the distractions. So it's like, what did you learn? But
Yeah.
I think just like prayer
Yeah.
and
keeping
a
the
closer
focus
connection
of
to
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that there's no phones up there, so you guys must have lost track of time.
Yeah.
So on that 7th day when you guys did have to go back to the airport, how was it like leaving the kids? Because you guys all seem that you guys built a relationship with them.
Yes. It was definitely really sad. I got really sad watching like the people on our trip leave their friends.
Even the kids. Like,
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
were so
Like
sad
watching
to watch.
other people say goodbye to the kids they have been playing with made me really sad. Just because like I could see how their connection had grown over
Yes.
this time, and it was hard to leave that.
And throughout the week we gave them like in classrooms we would give them like prizes, like little poppets or like stickers, and at the end of the week they all like lined up to say bye to us, and they wrote us letters and like they made packages and put the poppets and stickers. We were like, what? We gave this stuff to you guys, but they gave them back to us. That was
like a
like
gift.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so cute.
Did are there any specific stories that you remember about saying goodbye?
I'll tell a story. Sadie and I's boy, we were like, we didn't get to say bye to him, and we were so upset because we were leaving. We were like driving away, and we were passing the middle school. And out of the 5 kids that come out of the middle school,
Like wave.
he's one of them.
Yeah.
And it's just so amazing because we were just talking about how he didn't get to say goodbye, and then he's the one that comes out, and it was just so
Like,
amazing.
wow.
Yeah, and there's
Like
like,
a wow
Like, what
so
are the
many kids in
chances?
that
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So we're kind of wrapping up the podcast now, and this is an amazing story. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. This is a mission trip, and therefore there is a mission to be served, whether it be in the light of God or it is an opportunity to show these kids some support. So, do you think, personally, the mission was fulfilled?
I think yes. Like our mission on the trip was like be the light.
Yes.
And like over there, like just every kid, like every person there, like is a light, like in God's world. And I think it was like fulfilled. Like, and we were also like told to like bring it back, so we can share the light with others. And like, yeah, I definitely think it was
Yeah.
fulfilled.
Because you could see the light like within the kids, and that was just something we wanted to like have
Implement.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely brought it back.
I think we
or tried to
definitely-
bring it back with us.
I think
Working
we
on it.
definitely, did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, if you think the mission's been fulfilled, then it has.
Yes.
All right. So we are trying to push this. There's going to be a lot of people watching this. A lot of people always want to see this. So many people apply to do this DR trip. There were like over 100 applications this year,
Yes.
probably more. So Bishop Moore is watching this. What is the overall message students should take away from this and students should know going in?
I would say just like if you're even a little bit thinking about it, definitely apply because it's definitely it's a big part of our lives now, and it's something that we'll always remember and take a lot away from.
Yeah, I think it's like the highlight of my high school
Yes.
years.
Like it was the best week ever.
Yeah.
It was.
All right. Anything you guys want to add?
Yeah.
No?
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Mela, Sadie, Claire, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. That's what's buzzing. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow us on our socials, Instagram, TikTok. We also have Apple Music and Spotify. Thank you very much for all watching. I'm Matthew, and have a great day, Bishop Moore.